Hi you guys, how are you? My name's Sarah. This is my YouTube channel, Stitching by Sarah. This is a channel about my little addiction called cross stitch. If you are new to my channel, I hope you enjoy my content and decide to come back and watch other videos. If you are returning, I want to thank you so very much for coming back. I really do appreciate all y'all that keep coming back week after week. If you did not watch last week's video, last week I celebrated my 1-year Flosstube anniversary, and by doing so I have giveaways. I will be drawing names next week to give away, so if you have not watched that video, go back to that video. If you're interested in seeing what giveaways I have, go back and watch the last video. Let's see, today is Thursday afternoon. Ran to work to do a little bit of my job, and then I came home making this video, and then I got to start packing and get ready because we're going on vacation tomorrow. So with all that being said, let me show you my featured FFO. Since this is October, I thought I'd show you something that is orange. So if you have not seen this before, it's dusty. This is my little mustard jar. This I stitched for my husband because he wanted me to stitch this picture. So I ran it through, I think it's pick2pat.com, and it converted the picture to a cross stitch pattern, and I stitched this for him. He chose the frame and the mat. I just did the cross stitch. I did this, I think, in 2019. Yep, 2019. And it got framed at Hobby Lobby. So this is my featured FFO. Something a little quirky for you. All right, so I have a featured friend this week. Remember, if you are interested in being a featured friend, send me an email with something that you are in progress with working, something that you have just finished stitching, or if there is something you have fully finished you would like to show off. My email address is in the drop-down box. I'm going to start putting in pictures here. This is from Heather, and she wrote to me that, let's see, this is pictures of my recent finish of the Tomato Time Needle Book by Sub Rosa Design in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Summer 2020 magazine. I chose all my Valdani 3-ply thread colors for my stash on a mystery linen. I added my name to the back cover by flipping through other Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazines to find an alphabet. I found buttons to embellish, bits of wool, a scrap of lace from my grandma's sewing basket. I used leftover silk batting for the stuffing. Inside is an old Blackbird fabric. It's all hand stitched together. I am super pleased with the results. So it's very pretty, Heather. I love it. Gives me some encouragement to maybe do something like that. All right. So this is going to be a short and sweet video. I have no haul, surprisingly. Actually, I have some at Samplers and Stitching that I have to go pick up, but I have nothing new here at the house at the moment. I thought I was going to get 2 finishes this week, but that didn't happen. I didn't stitch as much as I had planned on stitching. I got sick earlier this week. I think it was the weather change. We went from 90 degrees down to 60s. So my sinuses went all wonky. But that's okay. It happens sometimes. So no finishes. I only have 4 pieces to show you. So this is really going to be a short video for y'all. All right. So let's start with, this is the Winter White Sleigh. Whoops. And that is by Fireside Originals. That is in the 2019 Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament Edition. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where it is now. The fabric is a 28 count. Picture this plus memory. And I chose my own white, and instead of Kreinik, I'm using the Petite Treasure braid. So as you can see, I just need to finish the back stitching around the sleigh, and then I need to finish the little sleigh, whatever, the sled part there. And then I think there's some designs with the Petite Treasure braid. Sorry, that name is not coming in my brain today. So that is where we're at on that. I have continued my plans, which were to work on my ornament October, which that is a part of. And I also continued working on my stitch along for the SALs. So far I'm sticking to my plans, even though I haven't stitched a lot, I'm sticking to them. My next project is, let me find the cover sheet. It's right here. This is the drawn thread sampler of stitches. I'm doing this as a stitch along with several people from Samplers and Stitching. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where it's at now. The fabric is a 30, I believe a 30 count. It was given to me, so I don't know the name of it or anything. So this pattern has probably 200 different needlepoint stitches. So I finished the acorn that has satin stitches, and then in that box that's called the antique stitch. Let me get it closer so you can see. That is the antique stitch. That's my satin stitches. I don't think I've done satin stitches before. I started working on the B. Let's see. I started working on this area right here. That's part of the B. Those are just back stitches. And that is the Bosnia stitch. So I'm using the called for Soie de Gire silks. And that is the way it looks right now. All right. And then I have our friend Mychal's Prayer by Silver Creek Sampler. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where we're at now. I added in more of her dress. Fabric is a 22 count BeStitchMe fabric. It's an unnamed. I got it from Friday Night Fight Night. I am using the called for floss, except for the white. I am, I don't remember what the name of the white is. But if you've been with me and you've heard it, and you know the trouble I'm having with it. So there. I had an idea. No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Squirrel, sorry guys. So that's where Mychal's Prayer is. I thought about taking like a Q-tip and dyeing around the letters, but that may get on the letters, and so the letters will blend in. So I changed my mind as soon as that hit my head. All right. And this is my last stitching that I've done this week. This is Amy Bruecken Designs Little Cuties. So I started the penguin. This is where it was last time you guys saw it. And this is where he's at now. So I added in more of his white belly. I added in his beak and his feet. And again, I thought I would get this done this past week, but I didn't do a lot of stitching. But isn't he just too cute? The fabric is, I want to say 28 count Ecru by hand dyed by Roland. And I started off using the called for floss, but I don't have the carrot, so I grabbed out of my stash, that's embers for his beak and his toes. So that's where he's at right now. All right, so that's all I have for you. I told you it's going to be a quick. So 5:30 in the morning, my daughter and I'm on a plane. We're going to be meeting my best friend and then picking up my sister, and we are going to upstate New York. Gonna go see the fall foliage up there. Gonna go hit a couple wineries, have a nice weekend away together. Next week you may not see a lot of progress. There's probably 2 days that I'm not going to get much done. Tomorrow at our 4-hour layover, I may get some stitching done depending on how tired I am. And then we don't get back here late until Monday, late Monday night. So I may not get a lot done, but I'll come to you again with another short video, my usual. It gives you time to go on to another person. What you're hearing is Leah's outside. She is wanting in, but she's going to have to wait a minute. So, I'm going to let you go. I got to go pack. I got to go do a bunch of stuff before I leave tomorrow morning, and I have my little volunteer job that I do a couple hours a month. So I got to do that tonight. So I got a busy day, so I am going to let you go so that you can go on to your next Flosstuber. I will see you all next week. Bye, guys.